Hello, Tatsui. In what kind of hotel did we manage to land here? This hotel is lovely.
Fantastic.
As a stepping stone between Yamanashi and her parents' hometown of Toyama, we decided that it's best to stay a night in Hakone. Alright, and so I looked into Expedia, looked at the hotels there, booked one that seemed okay, and all of a sudden this hotel is like crazy awesome, and the Emperor even stayed here. So yeah, we literally just stumbled upon a hotel where the Emperor stayed. But this hotel is pretty awesome, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna explore the hotel in this video, and then we'll also explore Hakone a little bit, because apparently the place is pretty. Hakone is by the way an onsen town, known for onsen. Hot springs, Japanese hot springs. But no, it's pretty fun how you can just stumble upon some crazy hotel just because you're just exploring it, Japan the cool way. Just letting things happen. And yeah, so now we're gonna get our baby ready and ourselves, and then we'll do some bathing. Tomorrow we'll check out the city. Alright, let's go!
Let's go!
Alright, so usually filming in these onsen is not permitted, and pretty much every single Japanese onsen I've been to has been very, very clear on that in the entrance. No mobile phones, no cameras whatsoever. But we asked the hotel nicely, and they said that it's okay if we come quickly during the kind of cleaning window, during the maintenance window where that onsen is being cleaned up, because cleanliness is of course super important in Japan, and that's why they typically close it for the 2 hours during the day, just to make sure it's comfortable for the next guest coming in. And I was in here earlier, it was absolutely wonderful. You can just sit down, relax, turn your brain off, it's wonderful. And especially when the onsen is outdoors, like there's a section outdoors, there's 4 pools here, 2 of them are outdoors, it's just really comfortable, because you feel like you're in touch with nature. There are the bamboo thingies. What are they called? The bamboo sticks. I'm gonna call them the big bamboo sticks coming out of the ground, the forest. It's absolutely lovely to see, and something that you really, really must do when you go to Japan. And what I also like is they have like these electronic sensors here, right? They obviously want to make sure that the onsen experience is as comfortable as possible, so they have these sensors usually put into the water to measure the temperature, and whenever the temperature isn't right, they actually put in a bit more hot water to keep it warm and comfortable and always at the same temperature. Because, you know, that way they can guarantee that the onsen, the water, is of high quality for everyone who comes around at any time. Alright. And yeah, you can really relax, enjoy, and have a good time if you do that. But yeah, an absolute must-do when you go to Japan. I love it here. Huh? Yeah, a souvenir for your parents. In Japan, it's super important to always bring souvenirs with you. So now that we are going back to our parents, they need a souvenir.
They love noodles.
They really do love noodles. I've never seen people love noodles as much as your parents do.
Like you.
Yeah, I love noodles as well. Hey Tatsui, look at this bridge. So they originally made this bridge here between the red dots, but for some reason they needed more bridge, so they added the extra bridge, like they added this on top of it. This is what it looks like.
Some reason. Why?
For some reason, I don't know, maybe they wanted more bridge.
not agree with you.
Well, you don't have to agree with facts, that's it. Nowadays, in this day and age, you don't have to agree with facts anymore. That's okay. I think it's quite pretty here. Lovely. This river is called the Hayakawa, by the way. Hayakawa, which translates to fast river. But we're used to faster. But maybe in Japanese standards it is fast. Because Japanese people like to take it slow. So this river is already really fast for them. That's why it's called the Hayakawa.
What's so fast?
That's nothing. Nothing, Tatsui, nothing. But let's keep moving. There is more of Hakone there we can still see. Whee!
We continued our walk around the town of Hakone. There were quite a number of cool-looking stores around, with lots of souvenirs, pleasing Tatsui. After all, Hakone is a popular tourist destination, and a lot of that has to do with it being easily reachable from Tokyo.
Pretty, right?
So pretty.
For its fame though, it seemed quite small to us. We expected the place to be a lot bigger. From what we've heard though, there are a bunch of great places nearby for hiking that are reachable by car or public transportation.
I meet the Lawson. The brown Lawson. Alright, so what you need to know about Japanese convenience stores is that, like cultural places, the convenience stores and other stores, they have to pick a more neutral color scheme to blend in with the environment better, because otherwise, well, the bunch of flashy colors would ruin the aesthetic, and that's how the Japanese effectively solved it. Rather than banning the stores outright, they said, look, you have to have a neutral color scheme, and as such you can see in certain cultural places, like this one here, all of the convenience stores have a kind of brown color scheme. Same with 7-Eleven, same with Family Mart. Fun fact.
Due to our limited time, we determined that there was not much else left for us to see here. Instead, we thought it would be a good idea to check out the area around Tokyo Station. We had to go there anyways, as that was on the way back to Tatsu's hometown of Toyama. Alright, so here we go.
Huh? Yeah, I love the Shinkansen too. It's amazing. So I absolutely adore the architecture in Tokyo. Like, this is the city with probably the best architecture in the world, in my opinion. So for me, it's not my favorite because it's like the most beautiful architecture. I do think it's pretty, but because it's so incredibly functional. Like, I'm an engineer at heart. I love when things work. I love when things are made for a purpose. So yeah, that's why Tokyo, like, just arriving in Tokyo, the architecture was phenomenal. I love that. And this is what I really like Tokyo for. Just looking at the damn buildings. I know, maybe I'm unique in that regard, but that's how I am. And Tatsu, would you agree? The buildings look fantastic here.
Yeah.
Yeah. She means yes, the buildings are incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, we put our suitcase and my backpack in the coin locker, by the way. Paid a couple of yennies for it, because carrying that heavy luggage around, you don't need to in Japan. You can just put it in a coin locker. And they are lovely. So I'm not kidding, I'm genuinely gasping at every single one of these buildings like a small schoolgirl. They are phenomenal. I just love the engineering behind it. So awesome. That one is awesome, that one's awesome. It's epic. I love you. I love you. Aww, you make the ass sign. If you ever, for some reason, need to use Tokyo Station as a hub, it's actually worthwhile to take a little bit longer around here and take a look at the area, because not only does it have amazing buildings that I love the high-rises, but it also has like cultural stuff that other people like, such as the Imperial Palace and the huge as hell park that people like visiting. It is pretty after all. Tons of cool stores for people like shopping, restaurants for people who like eating. And
Hungry.
we're hungry. We should grab a bite to eat. Something. It looks amazing. In Japan, even the sandwiches are great. This is awesome. So yeah, we have indeed reached the Imperial Palace grounds. It's quite pretty from here. I really like how the many Japanese trees are surrounded by the many tall Japanese buildings. Looks lovely here. We don't have a lot of time. We're just gonna walk a little bit further forward. So yeah, the Imperial Palace is a little bit further this way, but unfortunately we are totally out of time. Yeah, traveling with a kid, everything takes so much more time. Taking the train 2 hours later isn't even enough to see everything, unfortunately. It would have been if we were solo or it was just me and Tatsui, but now with a kid, it's difficult. Alright, but we're going to go back to the, what's it called? We are going to go back to the train station, pick up our stuff, and then head on over to Toyama, where my wife's parents have informed me that we'll be eating sushi, probably. Or maybe something else, but sushi may be an option, and the sushi there is godly. So I did not see an Imperial Palace, but at least I'll have Imperial sushi. So that's a plus. Ich liebe die Gebäude. I love these buildings. They're awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome. Look at her, my wife is reverting back to being Japanese. She's sleeping on the train. And I thought she had completely become German at this point already, but thankfully, there you go, Japanese wife.
Bitte. Verbindet.
So in the end, we did end up eating sushi, but it wasn't the imperial sushi that we expected, but instead Korean sushi. Because we went to a Korean restaurant instead of the sushi restaurant we originally thought. However, this food here ended up being so incredibly delicious, it's awesome. Wow. There's one thing about Japan that you need to know. In the countryside of Japan, the food is typically really, really good. Why? Well, in the countryside, the restaurants rely on business from repeat customers, from the locals living there. They can't rely on people just passing by and, strolling by because there simply aren't that many people, like, so to speak. So restaurants have to be good in order to survive, and that's the cool thing about the countryside of Japan.
Oh, boy. That's from.
Okay, that looks like pasta.
That's made from rice.
Oh, pasta made from rice.
Yeah, chewy.
Did the Italians invent this? No, the Koreans.
Korean.
Pasta made from rice. Well, it's good. It's good. Wow. But what I also wanted to say is, it can oftentimes happen that when you travel Japan that things don't turn out the way you expect them to. But sometimes this is actually a really, really good thing, because while you might be disappointed that you might not be seeing something like the Imperial Palace near Tokyo Station because we were too busy with the kid, because the kid took too much time, we still really enjoyed the surrounding buildings. Well, at least I did. I don't know what my wife did. But I really enjoyed the surrounding architecture and was bedazzled by it. I loved it. I loved just seeing the amazing buildings and eating that amazing sandwich. And now, eating Korean food instead of the sushi that I thought. And this is just the awesome thing about, Japan. Things don't happen the way you expect them to, but they will always happen in a really, really cool way. And sometimes you might end up with an incredible story to tell because something went the wrong way. And that is why when you travel in Japan, maybe just wing it. Maybe just, wing it, see how it goes. Alright, don't know a plan. Just let things happen. And cool things will happen. And with that, I want to finish this video up. Tatsui and I are tired. We want to go to bed. She wants to finish eating. I already finished eating. She's surprised because usually I'm the one who overeats. Usually I eat like triple the amount of everyone else. No, I'm full now, and that's a big surprise for her. But no, please subscribe, leave a comment, and go and just wing it when you're in Japan. You'll thank me later. Alright, see ya. The red value. The Japanese...
Wife channel.
No, the German husband channel. She's mad now.